Before we get into the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe if you haven't already. It's free and you can always change your mind later. I hope you enjoyed the video. So it's right. Well, turns out that Tesla is right. EV buyers, they only want Tesla. This is exciting indeed. A research from DataTrek has found that when it comes to EVs, Tesla is the only thing they want. The DataTrek research has found that people do want Teslas more than other EVs. Aggregate the 3 Tesla models Google searches and they by far outnumber the electric car queries, wrote the firm on Friday. And EV, although actually does better than the electric car in terms of Google searches, but the results remain the same. The Model 3 and the Model Y searches crush the competition and combined outnumber the total searches for EVs. The one takeaway here is that one can argue about Tesla the stock, but Tesla the company has built a very strong EV brand here in the United States. And the recent results are a testament to that strength. Tesla vehicle sales are up almost 100% year to date compared to 2020, and Q3 volume has gone up by about 70%. That is really very impressive if you consider that US light vehicle sales have dropped about 13% year over year in the third quarter. And a shortage of semiconductors is also the reason the industry is struggling to meet the demand, and Tesla stock has been very resilient. However, shares are up over 38% in the past 3 months and just has set a record high on Friday, passing the previous high of $900, and Tesla stock has jumped to $902 on Friday. But do you want to see where Tesla is here today right now? Well, take a guess. Well, we all know it's above 1,000. Tesla stock is trading at about $1,013.6 US. That is really great, and this is today is a day where all the Tesla investors have something to be very proud of, especially for all the people who thought that 2021 isn't going to be a great year for Tesla, but it is. Ending the year on to somewhere towards $1,100 to $1,200 for Tesla is going to be something for all the investors to be proud of, not to forget Elon Musk as well. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has sold over $73 million worth of Tesla stock. A couple of ARK's ETFs that are being run by Cathie Wood have made huge sales on Friday as the stock market has hit its fresh all-time highs, and specifically these ETFs sold roughly $73 million worth of Tesla stock as the prices for these funds were down more than 1% on Friday. And we also have to note that these stocks are up by a fair amount in the past 1 year. And ARK Innovation ETF has sold 47,484 shares of Tesla, and ARK's next generation internet ETF has sold 32,870 shares. And at Friday's closing, the prices, this would have valued the sale at roughly $73.1 million altogether. Even though this is a very small fraction of their holdings, every little bit counts. And ARK Innovation is up 21%, and the other one, the ARK next generation internet ETF, is up by 32% in the past 1 year, which I personally think is really very impressive. Tesla raises its prices again, and why this isn't an issue for the EV giant. And Tesla prices are rising just like prices for all the cars are rising, and strong demand coming out of the 2020 pandemic. And if you combine that with the weak industry production, which was caused by supply chain problems and a global semiconductor shortage, this has created a supply and demand imbalance for everyone in the car business. And evidence of this imbalance is everywhere. Used car prices are at an all-time high, and the average new car today costs a US buyer about $43,000 these days, which is up by about $3,000 a vehicle from the same period of 2020. And Tesla isn't immune to the industry trends. Aluminum prices are about 55% of the past year, and the steel prices have tripled, so all this does have an impact on Tesla as well. And the Tesla management has addressed its rising vehicle prices on the company's Q3 earnings call. Companies change pricing all the time. The difference is that when Tesla changes its price, it's extremely transparent, said its chief financial officer. We are balancing supply and demand as we are balancing various shortages on parts, as we are trying to manage wait times, and all of that goes into the optimization here. And overall, they've described that optimizing pricing in 2021 as really difficult. The difficulty might not end in 2021. The bottom line here is that car prices will keep going up until supply chain subside and commodity prices normalize and the chip industry manufactures more semiconductors. Now that could take a lot of time, and in that scenario, Tesla investors will need to look at Tesla's pricing relative to other vehicles and paying attention to average transaction prices and dealer markups on traditional and gas-powered cars. Well, EVs are now mainstream and we only just began to see the rising global demand and interest, said Hertz interim CEO Mark Fields in a new company release. And the new Hertz is going to lead the way as a mobility company, starting with the largest EV rental fleet in North America. And Hertz has said that it is also installing thousands of EV chargers at its location. And this news has investors jazzed and fired up. And shares of Tesla hit an intraday high of $1,000, and Tesla has just over 1 billion shares outstanding according to Bloomberg. And at the intraday high, Tesla's market cap crossed $1 trillion. If Tesla stock closes above $995.7, which it has, Tesla is at more than $1,000 today. The EV maker, now Tesla, is the 6th US company to be valued at $1 trillion, and from a company where it was almost on the verge of bankruptcy to become a part of, at least in terms of valuation, to be in the same page as Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon and Facebook. This is some achievement. This is something to be proud of. I am super proud of just being the investor of the company. And not with a lot of investment, just being as someone a part of the team, I'm feeling so happy. Just imagine how would Elon Musk feel about that. And Tesla is valued higher than any other car maker today, valued at more than the 9 next largest automakers by market cap: Toyota, Volkswagen, BYD, General Motors, GM, the Great Wall Motors, NIO, BMW and Ford Motors. So this is something for Tesla. But can Tesla stay as the king of the hill? I bet it does. What do you think? Do you think Tesla will be able to stay at the top of the hill? Or will the companies like Ford and GM come up with better EV cars and eventually cut down massively on Tesla's market share? And do you think the other car makers can overpower Tesla? The Tesla's current valuation today stands at an assumption that Tesla will hold the majority of the shares of the EV cars sold. And I think Tesla can do that, and as I've said it, and people want EVs, but they also want their EVs to be Teslas. Now this statement is something which proves that everyone, they don't just want an EV, they want a Tesla. So that's it guys from here today. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and do subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a good day.